Hello, everybody. You're welcome to this episode of I Just Turned 40. On this episode, I have someone who is very dear to my heart and very close to me. In fact, I call her the wingman that was assigned to me from birth. And on today's episode, we're talking about early beginnings, growing up, and a whole lot of other issues till present time. I have my sister, my dearest sister, Adedayo Balogun, on the pod. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, first thing I wanted to ask was, which name are you comfortable with? I don't think I've ever asked you. Are you comfortable with Dayo or Buki? Because you find that there are many people that call you both.
Okay, so I think I prefer Dayo. People who are very close to me, are the ones who call me Dayo. But then if I have to, have something to do with Buki, it's going to be Olubukola. So I tell people that my name is not Buki.
Buki.
My name is Bukola.
In school, in school, a lot of people call you Buki.
Yeah, Buki.
Yeah, because I found out that a lot of our mates, even up to present time, still say, "Oh, hi, it's Buki," and I'm like, sometimes I have to tell myself that. So you're literally the only sibling I have that goes by both their first or second names. Yeah. So.
For people who my friends from university call me Bukola.
Oh yeah.
So
I feel like for the longest time you're comfortable with Bukola. It's just we Tiwa.
Yeah, that's I said. People who are really close to me, yes, that know me by the name Dayo.
So, let's talk about early beginnings. I mean, my sister and I are how many months apart are we? 10?
10, yeah, 10.
We're 10 months apart. 10. So a lot of people thought we were twins. A lot of people thought we were twins. We attended the same primary school, same secondary school. In fact, if not because of JAMB, we would probably have gone. Popsy wanted us to attend the same university. Yeah, we went everywhere together.
You remember if we were in trouble, in fact,
we're going to get to that point. And so I was going to talk about how would you describe early beginnings? Like how would you describe growing up? Being an only girl in out of 4 children, you are the second child and the first and only girl. So how would you describe growing up?
Do you know that? Funny enough, I didn't see myself as a girl.
Yes, no.
Yeah, so I pretty much saw myself as a boy. So
yes, no.
It didn't. It was no. I didn't feel anyhow. It was maybe when I got to university.
Yeah, you now realize that. Wait, hang on a minute.
Yes.
Because I know that for the longest time, I mean, salons was more later.
It was in SS1.
SS1, yes, more. And I was telling that I still find it very hard going to salons because every Sunday I had to go with my sister to the salon, man. And till today, I have a disdain for salons. Like Popsy did those.
Because you've had enough to last your life.
To last me a lifetime. So, what would you say your earliest memory of growing up was like? In terms of growing up in the kind of household that we grew up, and all of that. Just give like a backstory of what growing up was like for you.
Growing up was, Popsy, we had a very strict dad.
Strict, you put the S in strict, man.
Yes, so then mommy was the
mediator.
Yeah,
yes.
And so pretty much it was a bit of both worlds, but we don't want it to be, we wish we had, a bit more freedom.
A bit more freedom, yes.
But it was, I think that, but it's funny because the foundation we had then is what has kept us. Isn't
that such an irony?
I'm telling you, even when we used to complain that
sometimes I wish I was not born in that house. Like when I was growing up, I was like, as in every time we had to. Do you know that primary school? It wasn't on secondary school that I realized that primary school was chilled. Chilled. Like primary school was primary school. The daddy would drop us at home in school, pick us up. And then it just seems like something just.
Then I also remember we used to go to Mr. Biggs.
Mr. Biggs, yes.
For shopping. And
so every new term,
yes,
he would take us to
Lagos
Island, and then after everything we'll do Mr. Big. I remember when he would bring out crisp notes from white envelope.
So for me, I realized that
it just felt like secondary school was when the man just
like an awakening.
Yes, I don't know if the awakening came from my end or just it has always been like that.
So I think that always been like that. Yes, we just got to that realization at that time.
Yeah. I had Brosdy, our elder brother, on another podcast, the Coffee and Beans pod, and we're talking about how his strictness sort of shaped him. We literally lived a military lifestyle.
Yes. People thought that
what was actually a military man, and so I feel like that also informed why none of us wanted to do university in Lagos.
Yes, we wanted some sort of freedom. No. You know, like he hounded us kind of.
I mean, one of my, will I say, it's not, I won't call it a fond memory. Was when there was when Popsy mandated that we must always be together, like we must always come home together. And
I remember one time that you go with JJ and I go with
Fasoko, yeah.
So we usually we did that, and then one day Daddy go home
before us. Huh.
In
fact, I remember that period there that there was fuel scarcity, so we would not, normally we would look for a bus where
I think we walked home.
We didn't walk home. I remember that walking home was when we ate our transport money, where transport fare was 5 naira. I'll bring 2 naira. You bring 2 naira 50 kobo. You bring 2 naira 50 kobo, and then we both ate the 50 kobo on top because all of us were hungry. That JJ hung. They stood. That was not. I'm talking about the day. So there wasn't enough buses on ground, and so I think you said, okay, no, go ahead of me and wait for me at Unity bus stop. And then there were no phones. In my mind, I've waited. This girl no day house now. Maybe she has gone see. As in, I don't think Popsy has ever beaten any of us that much before. Do you remember that experience? Do you remember that?
I remember.
How do you think that shaped you as a person, and your life experiences in that regard? Like, did you how did you shape? I mean, as a mother, and even as somebody that is looking after, as a mother of a teenager, how do you think that experience shaped you as a person?
Okay, but first of all, times are different.
Yeah, true.
I know that he did that. Basically, he was out of love and out of fear.
See, it's hard to realize that was out of love, but and in a very crazy and twisted way, it was actually out of love. Yes. But it had a bit of fear.
Yes, and fear that so the fear that my only daughter, what happened and all that. So I think that was what prompted his actions at that time. Yeah, but it was crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy. How was
would I beat my kids like that?
Mm-hmm. No. That was actually crazy. You went to the University of Ado-Ekiti.
Yes, I did.
And you went at 15?
16.
How was it like your first time out of the house?
It was a breath of fresh air, man. It was like that's how it be.
And then I used to envy you because we finished secondary school in 98.
Yes.
And you left in 99.
99.
I didn't go.
I entered university at 99.
In 99, yes. I did in 2002.
Okay.
So every time I would see you go to school, I'm always like, man, the bird has flown. And then you always give me gist about university life. But how did so now you were in a foreign land, so to speak. You had to make decisions on your own. Mm-hmm. How did you navigate issues like now there was no mommy and daddy to like how did you think with hindsight there's some things you would have done better, some things you wouldn't have done?
Of course. So the thing that comes to mind at first is freedom.
Yes.
And then it's not as if you're going to be a bad person, but you want to explore some things that you were not allowed to do. That's why I always tell people, and I always try, it's always good to have a relationship with your children.
True, yeah.
I'm not saying that allow them do
whatever it is they want to do,
but at least it's always okay that they are able to come to you, talk to you, and say, okay, I want to do this, and you can advise them and all that. So there was nothing like that with daddy.
Yeah.
Mommy, if you tell her something, then I never.
See, let me even give you one gist like that. I don't think I've ever told you. there was this chick I had a crush on. So I bought, Momsy had a gift shop. So I bought her a thinking of you card. And Momsy's like, oh, tell me now. I promise I won't tell anybody. I said, Mommy, I'm going to snitch. She said, no, I promise I won't tell anybody. And that's how I bought it. And then JAMB result came out. And the next thing Momsy says is, how won't you fail JAMB? When you are buying cars for all the girls.
And that's how
Momsy's like, which girl? And then that's how, and like I just looked at her with some betrayal that she said, the vexing of this. So yeah, I can understand. So how was the 4 years in Ekiti?
It was the first year was trying to get a hang of myself. Yeah, it was. We went to a few parties and did all that. But so one thing that always kept me in check was remembering that if Pastor Balogun if he should catch you, would you? Yeah. So it always kept me in check. But it was fun. It was a bit rocky, but I didn't find my feet until I got to my second year.
Wow.
Yes, it was. So from second year it was good. I had great friends. Then I joined a fellowship. Yeah. So that also helped. It actually helped me in the remaining years. Of my university. So it was fun. It was fun. It had its own ups and downs. I think it was like a village at that time. But it was we created fun memories. It was fun. It was fun.
Did you say like a village? Is none of that. Because I remember when I was, I went to Akure. Akure was like an hour drive.
Akure is
was like an hour drive, and I remember when I went to see, because then when you were in final year, I was a fresher, and you're like, oh, come over now, come and meet. I remember meeting your fellowship. I remember even doing a rap solo with Avanti.
She's in Abuja now.
Oh, okay. She's listening to it. Shout out to her. And I just realized that, man, this is the kind of place. It was a village that you said, but there was that camaraderie,
exactly,
and all of that.
Like I said, our fellowship. We helped us. We were like a family.
Yeah.
Chapel of His Glory, we were like a family. So it really helped. Because we were there for each other. We had our go-to people.
Yeah.
Pastor Phil, Pastor Banky. Shout out to them. They were wonderful. So that also really helped. It also really helped.
Talk to me about your first relationship. Your first relationship ever. Was it in it was, because there's no way in hell that Popsi would have allowed you to have a boyfriend while we were. So how was what was your first relationship like? Especially, you got into a relationship when you were in university. How was it like? Like, were you one of those people that you said you had daddy issues and you needed to find some kind of validation from a guy, or it was a new experience for you all together?
It was a new experience for me, and so that validation will come later. But at that point, it was a new experience for me. At that I was pretty young. I was 15 going on 16. I was about 16 years. So that's when you were able to. I'm a woman. People say, babe. So you are like, hey, I'll be babe. So that kind of, this kind of discussion we didn't have with our parents at that time. So but you hear it from outside and all that. Yeah. So the good thing was that the person that I was in a relationship with, we were actually friends from home.
From home, yes.
Yes, we were friends from home. So it was like kind of like a neighbor. It was living on the next street.
Yeah.
But
so literally the boy next door.
Yeah. So it was ahead of me, in class, and then we were friends from home. To be on the safe side, let me guide you. Let me guide you. So that's how it started.
Yeah, I remember my first. I don't think my first relationship ever was actually in university, but I remember the first lady that I had a crush on. I decided to ask out, and it was a flat out no. And man, it was just like it was just a new experience, and it further reiterates what you said about being close to your children, letting your children speak to you about rather sensitive issues, because if they don't get the answer from you, they will get the answer outside.
True.
And that answer they get from outside might not necessarily be in line with the values.
Most times it's not.
Most times, yes. With the values you want to project. 'Cause I remember it was one of our cousins who was just giving me wrong advice, left, right, and center. and I bungled that out. Like you said, you know, it was really new experience and a learning curve as well. So let's fast forward to after UNAD. What next? Youth service?
I didn't serve immediately.
Oh yes. There was like a 2-year gap.
I finished 2003 and I went to service 2007.
Oh yes. Why? What happened then?
You know, I had an extra.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't find my results.
And then after that, state-owned school, bureaucracy, your name was not on the list, and all of that.
And then I got comfortable because I was making money. That's when I started going. That's when I ventured into.
Yes. Venturing into catering. Yes, with Exotic at the time.
Yes, Exotic caterers and decorators.
And decorators, I remember. It's been quite a journey. How come? Because I know that after a while you started working with Mom.
Yeah.
Why didn't you take over the like they say? Why didn't you take over the family business?
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I have a flair for, a passion for is cooking. So buying and selling.
My style is a badass cook pharmacy. So
buying and selling is not my thing.
Yeah.
I tried. It was for a couple of years.
Yeah, for a couple of years. Yeah.
No, they didn't. We just didn't. Mom doesn't understand till today.
Why? Yeah.
But it's just not my thing.
And how did she take it?
I think she's saying it.
That one day,
she changed her mind.
She changed her mind. One day she just wake up and say, "Oh yeah, bring the thing." And I think that, you know, also because of the kind of person she is, where she's very hands-on with everything, it was a challenge to relinquish some of her responsibilities. And
Mom wants to do everything herself, and then it makes you redundant. So it makes no sense because you're there and then you're not able to take decisions, and so there's no point really.
So did you try to apply for a job, or you know it's always been for you? You always wanted to have your own business.
I worked with Access Bank for 3 weeks. No, sure, I couldn't.
I remember. I remember.
I couldn't, man. It was not like marketing. I know.
Wow, you know, I absolutely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Do you think every time we were on holiday, we would always have holiday jobs. Mom would literally drag us. So I
think if we had career parents, maybe.
Yes. Both our parents were actually entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So I think that's also what influenced, our path. Into that. Yeah. So I think so. Basically, pretty much.
That's actually true. I was telling. I think of 4 of us, only
Tola.
our younger brother. Yeah, Tola is the one that is pursuing a career, and I think is that because by the time they got into the 4th person, they're probably like, well, anything you want to do with your life, do. But from the 1st to the 3rd, we all run businesses.
Yeah.
And so how did the Indulge start?
Okay, so I was working for Mom's place.
Yeah.
And then I just needed to. So when people make place orders, I go for outdoor, I go for jobs. Do you have a restaurant? Do you have a place where
we can get this instead of always waiting for the outdoor thing?
Yeah, so it was, and then I used to have offices I used to deliver food to and all that. And then at that time I was in a relationship at that time.
Right.
So the person I was with was like, you cook really nice meals, and that it would be nice for you to have a contact place where people can actually come, sit, eat, and have a taste of
those kind of meals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how Indulge was born. That's what that's. So with Indulge, I started Indulge in 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in June 2019. We've had a really tough moment, but we're still here.
Yeah. How's the experience of running a business as a business owner in Nigeria or Lagos been, especially in the kind of thing where the food industry is sort of saturated? I mean, I make clothes and I know the challenge with, because it just feels like everybody does literally what you are doing. So what would you say is as experience been like, and what stands you out as a business, as a food would I say food supplier, or as a food entrepreneur? The word is food entrepreneur, sorry. As a food entrepreneur.
So I think first of all is we don't do basic. So everybody, we have a lot of food, we have a lot of people who are into the food business and all that. Imagine you have customers people who want to actually eat, or they'll now say, why is your food so expensive?
Yeah.
I got it for...
You get that a lot, yeah.
But you say the taste of the pudding is in the eating. So when they come and they have it, they say, oh, no wonder. So, you cannot be... not everybody can actually be your client.
True.
Yes, exactly. So we're getting to to a place where, we're trying to, we're creating a niche for ourselves, where we know that, okay, these are our clients. These are the people that we want to, cater to. Unfortunately, we can't cater to everybody. True. Yes, so we have a particular set of people, who we cater to and who actually appreciate. Yeah. So although there are a lot of people, that's why I say the sky is actually big.
The sky is big enough for...
Yes.
For
so even if you have 100 million people who are into the food business, you have your own. As long as you're good, you're consistent. Yeah. You have your own.
Absolutely.
That's it. Then running the business in Lagos is tough.
Bro.
You have Lagos State, LIRS, you have FIRS, you have LASA, you have people, food consumption people, you have,
all sorts. There's NEPA, there's
you have Loma, so it's tough. But that's why I say, when you want to go into a business, do it because you love it. So at the down times, even when you want to give up, it's the passion that actually sustains you.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's it.
Amazing. There's something I wanted to talk about. We went, like I said, we were in the same secondary school, same primary, same secondary school. But do you know that in a very funny way, it was in secondary school that I realized, you were the first, popular person that I knew. Like, in fact, nobody actually knew my name. Well, I don't know about now.
So I think
nobody knew my name back then. It was just Bookie's brother, and that Bookie's brother opened doors. And I kid you not, it literally opened doors for me. And I realized how much being a popular person, is you can actually use it for good. So. Did you always know that you had that kind of star power around people?
Well, even right now. Yeah. So I try to hide. So it's just like that. I think it's a natural thing. Yeah. Even when I get into a place and I try to be quiet and I don't want anybody to notice me somehow. So I think that I have that. So apart from, I think it's just my presence. Yeah. Because of the height that I have, the kind of body I have. So when I get into a place, they want to know, who is that?
Who is that person?
So that's how it starts. So it's right when I was little. Anywhere I go, I just can't hide. They will find me out. Now, the thing about us is that you are outgoing one. So you know how to... that's what I'm trying to learn from. You know how to channel it.
Yes.
But I know people because I know people. This is my friend now.
Your friend, yeah. Yeah. I'm always... I would say that, I always tell people that I learned how to draw people from you, but then I think I took it up took it up a higher notch.
Yes.
In terms of now, using that to my advantage.
You have very good relationships. I beg. Friends from primary school. I'm sure you have their contact.
Yes, I do now. We thank the Lord. Yeah. So you were 40 February of 2023.
Yes.
How has that? They always say, 40 is the new 16, a full of 40, full forever. How was the experience of being 40 to you? Did clocking that age, did it draw any moments of introspection for you and look back and you say, man, if I could do some stuff, I would have done it differently?
Oh yes. And then you realize that there's no time to play. So 40, some self, so at least some soul searching. I had to be, so there's some soul searching. Okay, you know what, you're 40, no time to play. You have to know what you're doing. Yeah. And it's pretty much helped me, and I think I'm better for it. It has helped me. Although 40 years, so we say you are 40 is the new 16, but your body will tell you.
Your body will tell you, man. Your body will tell you. I started to start this podcast because a lot of people haven't had time to sit down and properly recollect. Okay, here's my journey of the last four decades, and this is like I was speaking with. This is probably going to be the first episode, but I had spoken to somebody earlier. So he was talking about the journey of how of loss. He lost his parents in the last 5 years. He's lost both parents. He's lost a child, and he's just talking about how entering into his 40th has drawn as he's become a stronger person emotionally. He's revealed sides of him where he would not have been able to. If I told him maybe when he was sensitive, I said it's a lie. Like he's gone through some experiences that has literally broken him, but he's better off for it.
Yeah.
So, what would you say in your 4 decades is that it could be more than one defining moment in your life where you thought you're literally going to die?
I have more than one. Because of my partner, my kids, their dad.
Yeah.
He died when I was 30.
Whoa.
Yeah, so my first son was 4 at the time.
Yeah.
My second son was just 6 months. And then it was like if life was over.
Man.
It was devastating.
How did that experience shape you?
I think I lost myself. Yes, pretty much I lost myself. Self-esteem, confidence just went down the drain. I thought I'd lost everything. Because I built my world practically around him. So, and it wasn't sick or anything, so it was sudden.
Sudden, yeah.
I was a mess. Thank God for family. For a few friends. Because a lot of people at that point when they knew that I had nothing, they took off.
Uncannily, man.
Straight up.
It
was nobody. It was family. You guys know family. See, for what it's worth, I beg. Family.
Always, man.
Always.
See, I always tell people that if you're lucky to have a family that, bad as it bad, no matter how much you mess up, they run back and they hold you. See,
I'm telling you, you don't know what God has done for you.
You don't know what God has done for you.
I know my brothers are the best. So shout out to every one of them.
Shout out to us, man.
Shola, Tola, and their wives. They have beautiful, wonderful wives, supporting wives. So they were there for me also.
Yeah.
And then I was able to get back, but I was broken.
Of course.
So that's the thing. You cannot give what you don't have. So because I was broken, at that time, I just thought, okay, I needed to be with someone
to, like, how do I put it, hold you in that season, to hold you up.
So, and I found someone after a couple of years in that season, and then it was a disaster. I remember that I had a child. With the person, and then the child
died.
It was another heart-wrenching experience.
I tell people that you're literally one of the strongest people I know, because there are people that are probably not gone through half of what you have gone through, and they're either dead or committed to a psychiatric home or something. What would you say is that one thing that has kept you up, that has kept you going, despite everything that has happened? I know that the last 10 years of your life have been pretty eventful.
Eventful. Is that another word?
I know that the last 10 years of your life, I know that have been rather event. I've had the opportunity to take a front row seat. But for the benefit of
you're closest to me now. So you're closest to me.
Yeah.
So anything is you would.
I know. Excuse me.
Just call you up, Shola. You say, what is it again?
What's it again? Waiting happen. So, which is why I have a question. Did you think one of the reasons why all of that happened was the fact that you're an only girl but didn't have a relationship with your dad?
Yes. and relationship came later.
When he had a stroke.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So I think so. That really, yes. So looking for that father figure in a man that's not your dad. I think that's where the yes.
Yeah.
Looking for that love.
Yeah.
That love that wasn't there, that relationship that wasn't there. So it's so. You find that you are attracted to the wrong kind of people because you are trying to fill a void.
Did you ever feel the need to? I mean, our dad is late now, so did you ever feel the need to speak to him regarding that? I mean, I did.
Oh yeah, we did. We talked.
Oh, you talked?
Yes, we did. And I remember he was saying that he was sorry for everything.
Really?
Yes, and that he did it because he loved.
Yes.
And I could see the pain in his eyes.
Yeah. Do you know that I wanted to do that, but let me not say that there was no chances to, because there are times that he would say. And
it's not the talk we had. It was not as if he called me and said
okay.
It was not about something, and he just said, "I love my children. I love everybody very much, and I'm sorry if I was hard on everybody. Especially when we were growing up. It's not that because I wanted to." But because I loved you people, especially you who's being the only girl.
Being the only girl.
So I also think that the way his own upbringing was also responsible.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't communicate. So there's that thing where the fear you have with your child, if it's not properly channeled and it's not properly directed, you would just literally misdirect the whole thing, and then it will not be counterproductive. I just told myself that I was going to have a conversation with him, but we never did. Like, he would call me and say, "Oh, when I was saying let's see, we will sit down, but we literally will not have anything to talk about." But a part of me wanted to say, "Why were you so hard?" Like there was one time like that I remember where we, first of all, Popsy didn't allow us to go out.
Yes, even the balcony.
So I was surprised why the punishment never really matched the offense. So I remember a particular day, I think this was 95, where I think we went out, he came in, maybe we left the door open, and then he just kept beating us. And I did like I fainted.
I remember that day.
And then he just kept saying, "Do you think I don't care if you die." I remember. At that point, I'm like, so what it can be the problem? Like, and I have young daughters now, and I realized that that need to protect them, but at the same time, you also want to chastise them so that they're not used to. But
kids will push. So I think that to also, he didn't have, his tolerance level was
very low.
Was very low. Yeah. Was
actually very low. It's after the stroke. He had a stroke in 2013. After the stroke, I realized that he had I literally could see that this man is actually he's not that as tough as he says he is. It's just very, he just had misdirected emotions, and I feel like if he was still alive today, I mean, I would probably.
Do I miss him? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Funny enough, I keep saying that I'm still the only child where he came for my matriculation and my graduation. I remember the graduation. I told him, "Sir, there's no need for you to come." He said, "No, he has camp. He just enter a bus." He came with Tola.
No, daddy. May your soul rest in peace.
May your soul rest in peace, man. Shout out to him.
Daddy will come to Lagos. He comes to Adedayo from Lagos. He will bring provisions. So he came year 1, year 2, year 3.
See, you know what I'm saying? So every child has a thing that he did that is special to like for me. So I tell you, he's the only child. I'm the only child that he came from education and graduation. So sometimes you cannot marry both where he's so hard on you,
but then he's
now so okay. So let me see what you've done. High school.
Should I remember when we used to do lesson? Saturday morning. Bring your books. Hey.
I remember when we were supposed to go to school, and he didn't have, maybe it was some money he was expecting. He felt so terrible that he couldn't provide the money. So
remember the time he sold his AC.
He sold his AC. He sold his typewriter.
I know.
So which is why I mean it has to. I take a as I'm older, I realize that it wasn't really that bad. He tried. It's just that thing of, oh, I'm a man, which absolutely trumped or overshadowed, or the he's been hard or not sort of overshadowed that part of him where he really did care about.
There was one thing that he
education. Education. Yeah, he really did joke about education. At least give you the basic thing. I'm always having Tola that Tola is our youngest brother. He enjoyed. In fact, you know that Bros D and Tola enjoyed Pops's money. Bros D went to American International School, where they were paying in dollars.
Yes.
He went to he enjoyed my dad's money in the beginning, and he enjoyed my dad's money in the end. We two of us, and that's why I have a very special relationship with my sister, because it feels like there's really literally nothing that I can't run by her.
It was like we had just each other.
We had just each other, yeah. Because, and if I enter trouble, she automatically, whether she knows about it or she don't know about it or
I remember.
I remember one time like that where, I can't remember what it is, but as in Popsy had already started, I don't know, maybe shouting on you or is about to flog you, and then I walked in, maybe I went to buy something. He said, hey, you too, yeah, come in.
I remember.
Sir, I don't just enter. You knew. I said, sir, no, I don't want to hear, so.
Oh man.
Like I said, because we had segued. Sometimes these things are which is why as both of us are parents, you also try to so in trying to mete out punishment to my children, I realize that I don't want to be as hard as our dad was to my girls, but it's also pray for grace, because children of these days, then they display some kind.
We were very correct children.
See, I always say that I was a good boy.
No, Shola, we're good children. No, growing up, we're good children. We're good children. We didn't do clubs. We're very good children.
As in, no. I tell people that I was a good child. It's just, my dad just felt like, no, you this boy. There's something you're up to that I don't know. So let me clip it before. It's so nice, reminiscing with you. Let me ask, if you were to rewind, say the next 10-15 years, go back, what would you change?
I think that the starting point would have probably been having a very
good relationship with
daddy. It would have helped a lot of things.
It would have helped you answer a lot of questions
and probably the mistakes that I made. In life, I probably wouldn't have made them because it was, he would have been able to advise me and tell me what to do, teach me.
Okay, so the question, we had a brother that was literally like our dad.
Bros D,
shout out to. How come? Why wasn't he an option?
Bros D was not around.
Yeah, it was far away, man.
It was far away. He went to Command Jos. He went to University of Jos. He served in Abuja. He lived in Abuja.
That's true, sir. We are literally. I always.
Then when they started having mobile phones,
I always tell him that we are literally the ones going to go and look for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
I spend at least 1 week every year just to be around him, because he's such a blessing to us.
But he's a great human being.
Man, shout out to our brother, man.
Great human, very calm.
Yeah. He's and I like the fact that he's literally like taking the role of a father. He's
the kind of father that you can actually gist
with. So which is why I sometimes I look back and I'm like, it's true. Why didn't we literally run to him when we could? Because now if I'm in a jig or anything, I call him and all that. So, and I realized that how come he was never an option? Maybe because at the time he was probably also figuring out.
It was
far away. It's true, sir. It was far away, man. Maybe he himself was running away from. Man, there was a year 2006. I was on IT. Bros D, of course, was not around. Tola was in school. You were 7. I was like, I don't enter RAM. I had. I mean, 2006. I was 22. Popsy will say, "I want you home." Then I was doing IT at Lagos State Ministry of something. Works at Alausa. Popsy will say, "I want you home at 4:00." So then our spoken just started. So I'll use that time to go to the market.
Yes.
I want you home at 4. If you enter house past 4, bye. These are your kids. Where have you been? I told you to do. I said there was love, but also that fear.
Yes.
This boy going to join bad gang and all of that. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Back to what you were saying in terms of the mistakes you would have made in terms of you would have had a close relationship with dad, and what else?
Yeah, so I think the if I had a relationship with daddy when we were pretty young, it wouldn't have. It would have probably. I would have probably made mistakes, but it wouldn't have been, the kind of sort of mistakes. I wouldn't have had man problems, like
Bruv.
So, and they were not. It was terrible problems.
Terrible. But I always tell people that I'm grateful with the fact that this mistake that we make it sort of makes us better people.
Yes. I'm better.
It's actually really never about the mistake that we make, but it's about what we do after those mistakes have been made.
So I just got a relationship in 2021. It was for a couple of years, and after that, I was able to do. Like I said, I did some soul searching. I became aware of myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that it's just like I have my groove back. I'm really pretty confident. So I think that's what has also helped me in business and in daily life. I'm a better person. So sometimes when we go through stuff, yes, we have our own. It breaks us, but we can't afford to stay down.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the drawing board, see where we missed it, and try to, work on the things that, the things that need to be worked on.
So do you think you're over those daddy problems now?
I mean, I still, as in what you mean, as in the men issues.
Yes.
Oh yes. So I think you cannot solve a problem if you don't know what the problem is. I also went for therapy.
Yes.
So I was able to express myself, do some talking, some deep pain that I didn't even know.
I didn't know. Mm-hmm.
Yes. We found out what the problem was. I'm still a work in progress. But I'm much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is dating like as a 40-year-old, 40 plus?
Okay, right now I'm not in any.
I tell people that, man, dating is dating in Lagos. What's the peculiarity about dating as a single mom?
Okay. So this is it. If you're comfortable, they want to chop you.
Allah.
They want to chop. They want to tax you. They just feel that.
As in grown-ass men.
Yes. They want to tax you. You have people who come genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, you have people who come genuinely, but the genuine ones, maybe out of 100, you have genuine like 10. The scammers are like 90.
So your eyes constantly. Like your eyes constantly roving.
Yes. So the other set of people, some want to scam you. They want to rip you off if you had any money. The other set they think you're vulnerable. So they want to use that.
Or they think that they are a savior. Don't come and save you.
Come and save you. So you have to dance to that. Whatever they say, you have to do. It's crazy. But you have some genuine ones, but they're not many.
Yeah.
They're not many. So right now, my energy is channeled to take care of my kids and my business. And it has worked.
Yeah. I mean, I'm. Let me just say here that I'm super proud of you, especially coming from the last 10 years. There's been a lot. We've cried together. We've laughed together. We have seen Shaggy together, and I'm glad that we are on this podcast today. Just sharing and the fact that we can laugh and look back.
Yes.
So in closing, what's the plan for the next 40 years? God keeping us. I mean, let's start with the first 10 years, then the next 40 years.
Well, next 10 years, raise my kids, take good care of them, face business squarely, travel around the world.
Yeah, you thinking you're going to marry soon, or do you think you're open to the subject of marrying? Marrying in the local kind.
It's very dicey.
It's very dicey, right?
Mommy will say she can just walk and say, "Diane, I want to see you. I want to see you." And I say,
shout out to Bimbali.
She will like, how far now? I say, how far? What, mommy? I say, husband. I say, husband. I say, mommy, please, that's not on my mind now. Yeah. I say, mommy, that's the least thing on my mind. So marriage. Will I want to be in a relationship? Yes, maybe. At some point. But marriage, it's not looking like it at the moment. At the moment.
Business wise and all of that.
We want the industry to grow, have branches in Lagos, in some parts of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Do some international, get some international certifications. And travel around the world, enjoy myself basically. Because you can actually walk and enjoy yourself. Life is not. I tell people, I always say it, and when did I just find this out? Last 6-7 months now, it's probably not that deep.
Yeah. There's no point tightening the wall to your chest, because at the end of the day, the only person you have a point to prove to is yourself.
Yes.
The goalpost keeps changing. So what people require of you is never finite. Like it is, maybe today they want you to be giving them 10,000 naira. There'll be a point to be like, that 10,000 naira thing,
yes,
we want 100,000. So at the end of the day, the only person you need to prove a point to is yourself. So thank you so much, Adedayo,
It was really nice
for coming on the pod. I'm glad we were able to do this.
We should do this,
Yeah. Sure. And I also want to reiterate again how proud I am of you, how proud I am of your growth. How I always tell people that, I mean, all the bad thing or good thing that I've done, my sister always knows about it first, because literally she's one of the few people who understands me. So till the next episode of That Just Turned 40 podcast, thank you all for listening. For fan mail, it will be on the show notes. Thank you so much again for listening, and do have enjoy your day. Any last word from you, Miss?
Let's enjoy life.
Yeah,
let's enjoy life. It's really not that deep.
Enjoy life is really not that deep. Take care, people. Peace.